fasting. So the fasting that you choose can be relatable to the situation that you are in. And like what I've just mentioned earlier on the Esther's fasting, when Esther did that and gave the command for all the Jews to go without food, no water for 3 days, and stay in the presence of God before she approached the king. And if the king raised his scepter, that's it, he receives. But if not, then she dies. And she says, if I die, then I will die. And that's the 3 days fasting. So if you're waiting on God's favor and really want this God's favor so bad, this is the highest extreme of fasting ever in the Bible or as a Christian to be taken on this Esther's fasting. Because Esther's fasting for me is always a short. If I'm sitting on something that is so, I'm struggling with it, or I'm wanting something to happen, it's not happening, Esther's fasting is a short for you. So the 3 days you go with it, because when you go through it and you know how it is.
No wonder.
First day it's okay.
The favor from the king.
The second day is okay.
On the
Not
day.
until you reach on the afternoon on the second day, then
And
you
start
begin
to
to feel it. You begin to feel it. Some can be extreme headache. Some you feel so nauseous, you would just want to vomit. And the third day, it's a little bit better because your heart, your mind is already thinking, okay, I will be having a break today. So just by thinking about it, you feel good and it helps you. For me, the Esther's fasting is best. It's best when it's winter. Or when you look out, it's raining, like the atmosphere is cool. When it's hot, boy, that's even to another level of sacrifice. Because your body just desires to drink water or have that liquid, but you are refraining from it. 3 days. Powerful. Try that. If you're sitting on something, it's not happening, waiting, and it's getting too long, go for Esther's fasting.
And for those who are waiting for visa, Esther fasting, you are changing the favor of those in authority. For those who are going for your court case, Esther, we recommend Esther fasting. Those who are waiting on visa, Esther fasting. Those who are going for interview, Esther fasting. The decision of you whether to be terminated or not, that's anything on those in authority. Maybe in other areas of your life, those in authority, kurang lutaki. Begitu menangan lebih bawa lutaki, kita akan tulang tunjuk mula, sama jum tunjuk sama, tu sarang na estate. Namun na tui ni betui, gay mos kita tui nilai. Na turang ni turang, gay mos kita turang nilai. President be president.
I mean, if people did that for the Lao evangelism.
Two
the Lao evangelism, they had 2 Esther. We were leaving New Zealand, Christchurch to fly back. Kita ngayon po kami ang sa nearby mga may kita kasi mo si Dagatinivan for the 3 days. Esther before it was the beginning, and then join the whole church again.
First, second, then of May is the whole church. But we did one small one because that traveling to Vanuatu was on the 21st, 22nd, 23rd. So, Esther fasting, I tell you, when you dedicate to God the Esther fasting, I tell you, na dawa na kena song-song, ito na lang. Waka dawa na kena negative and a positive. Waka dawa yung kusini kilay judge, siya matikisin daw. Siya waka dawa ito nakisin din eh. Na ikango, siya doon na garubo, siya doon na turana, o tsuni ko doon ba ka naka, sama ro kalimit ko na lumukisin. I'll try Esther fasting. If you can work on Esther, it can work for you. Because our God is Shama.
Yes.
He's a God of everywhere.
The ever-powerful God. So 40 days, 21 days, 10 days, 7 days, and then you have the 3 days. And you can take it right down. We have a 48 hours, we call it the mission fasting for the church. And I know you're already aware of that for those that are tuning in. When we say 48 hours, it can be any other day. It's not earmarked to the day, but it's the hours. So like the normal one that we do is like Wednesday morning after your breakfast or whatever meal that you have, then will be your last meal. And then it goes right down the Thursday without, and Friday, whatever time that you start fasting on Wednesday, the Friday is when you have your meal. So that's 48 hours, liquids only, which means anything that is liquid. Now, soup can be liquid, porridge can be liquid. And there are some soup that you can take that are termed as liquid, and that's 48 hours. And some maybe do 24 hours. I've heard about the 24 hours one, but we don't do the 24 hours. 48 hours only can be liquid, or even you can do 48 hours dry, without anything at all, without water or without any liquid or without any meal or hard or solid food, and you can do 48 hours. So there's a lot of fasting, but we would like to recommend this morning, only do the fasting you know you can do. Don't do fasting that sounds so good, but yet you cannot be honest with it. because fasting is not the name of